Hi, my name is Dr. Monica Moran, and I am a social studies teacher at Dimely High School. Today, I'm going to go over the courses I'm teaching this semester and school year, and I will also do a quick introduction of myself and our classroom norms and expectations. From the landing page, you'll see the courses that I'm teaching this year, and each of these is actually linked to our course syllabus. So you can click on it, and then you can take a look at the course overview, our learning targets and expectations in greater details if you would like to do that. I am teaching 12th grade Principles of American Democracy, which is our government course, AP US History offered to our 11th graders, World History for our 10th graders, and Latin American Studies, which is an elective course. My contact information is on the left. You'll find my email is monica.moran1@lausd.net. My office hours are Mondays from 12:40 to 1:15, Thursdays from 9 to 10:45, or by appointment. And the link for my office hours is right underneath. So you can click on that when you're ready. A little bit about myself. I grew up in Inglewood, and I am first generation Guatemalan. I'm also the oldest of 5, and my favorite color is green. My educational background, I went to Cal State Long Beach for my bachelor's, and I received my degrees in Black Studies, and Chicano Latino Studies, and Women's Studies. I also have a master's from UCLA, where I focused on race and ethnic studies and education, and a doctorate from USC, where my focus was educational leadership. And again, just an overview of the courses that I am teaching: World History, Government, AP US History, and Latin American Studies. Our classroom requirements and materials. The expectations are still the same as if we were in the classroom. I expect all of our students to show mutual respect for their peers, for the teacher, and for themselves. I expect our students to come ready to actively listen, participate, and learn with an open mind. And finally, I expect our students to use appropriate digital communication tools and etiquette. We have spent the first couple of weeks of school going over what is appropriate in the digital space, what is not appropriate, and how to show respect within the digital community. So our students have been practicing this. Materials for class: all students should have a Chromebook and laptop. And I did have some students that said they were using an iPad, but the iPads aren't working effectively with the different platforms and websites that we're using. So definitely it's important for them to get a Chromebook and a laptop. They can call the school to set that up if they need to pick one up. We will also be using our digital textbooks, and we actually used digital textbooks last school year, so most students are familiar with how to access it. But if they have trouble, they're always welcome to let me know, and I can walk them through that process. I do encourage our students to use notebook paper and pens and pencils, because even though we are meeting virtually, doing everything online, it's always good to have things written down on paper, just in case something goes wrong with the computer or the Wi-Fi is down. They still have a record of what they need to get done. Our consequences and my expectations if students aren't following the rules are so similar to what we did last year. So if a student does decide to make a choice that they shouldn't be making, I will give them a verbal reminder of what's expected in class. I will ask our students to then reflect on the choices that they made, and hopefully they can redirect their behavior. If that does not work, then I will definitely contact the parent, and so we can have a conversation about that behavior. And then finally, if students aren't following the rules, those will be referred out to the office to our restorative justice coordinator or the dean or administrators to take care of any issues. In history classes or social studies classes, we are using mastery grading. And so it looks a little bit different than a 100-point scale, but it's still the A through F grading. So all it means is instead of using 100 points as our base for an A, we're grading our students out of 4 points. And so we are encouraging our students to try to do the work again if they didn't meet or exceed the learning target. And that way they have an opportunity to work towards an A. If they have a 3.5 to a 4 on the grading scale, that actually is an A. And then if they have a B, it's out of a 3.0 to a 3.49, and that means that they're meeting the target. At a C, that means that their grading scale is a 2.5 to 2.99, and it means that they're almost meeting that target or nearly meeting the target. And then a D is 2.0 to 2.49. And so that means that we definitely have a little bit more work so that students can, jump that hurdle over. And then an F is 1.99 and below. So that means that the student has not yet demonstrated or submitted evidence of the learning target. And that is pretty much it. So just a quick overview of grades, of my expectations for the classroom, and of who I am and what I teach. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. My email again is monica.moran1@lausd.net. And the school phone number is 323-565-4600. If you ever have any questions, feel free to email me, or you can call the school and leave a message, and they will direct that message to me. Thank you. I look forward to working with your families this school year.